Hello dear students. Today we will discuss the subject business studies and management. Business studies and management, shortly known as BSM. Business studies and management, very important subject as far as commerce is concerned. You are the students of commerce, so you should be very clear. You should have a lot of knowledge regarding this business studies and management, BSM. As a student of commerce, you should know details regarding business organizations, how the organization, different forms of organizations are formed, how to manage those organizations smoothly and efficiently. For what? For only one objective, important objective, primer objective, that is earning more and more profit. लाभ उपार्जन करिवा पाई व्यवसाय संगठन तैयारी करा जाए. से लाभ उपार्जन करिवा पाई कौन कौन पदक्षेप नेबाकू पड़िबो, किभली भाबरे परिचालना सुपरिचालना करिवाकू हेबो, इत्यादि इत्यादि समस्त विषय रे ज्ञान रहिबा दरकार as far as business houses are concerned. So, under this subject, the first important topic is your nature and purpose. Nature and purpose of business. Nature and purpose of a business. The first and foremost chapter under this subject BSM is your nature and purpose of business. Dear my students, everybody in this world, everybody, each human being works something for his livelihood. To live in this world, to survive in this world, each human being performs a work. Is not it? कही परिबो गोटे लोक जे कि किछि काम करू नाही. निश्चित भाव किछि ना किछि काम से मनुष्यटीए करिबो, कारण तार आय हेबो. After earning the income, he would able to maintain his livelihood. से निज परिवार सदस्य मानक पई, समाज पई, देश पई, सारा ब्रह्मांड विश्व पई निश्चित भाव से किछि ना किछि कार्य करिबो. Each human being in this world has to perform any work positively. Somebody may doing business, somebody may do a job, somebody does agriculture, somebody does laborer works. So केही भी खालीटारे रहिबे नाही. To earn income, to earn income, आय करिवा पाई किछि ना किछि कार्य करिवाकू पड़िबो ही पड़िबो. बिना कार्य रे पेट आमर केमिति पोषा हेबो. That's why all the activities in the world are to be classified in two categories. All the activities, whatever activities you see, or a human being performs can be classified into two categories. One is activities. I am talking about activity. Activity in plural form, it will be activities. Any type of work that is an activity. So we can classify the activities into two categories. One is your economic activity. Another is non-economic activity. Economic activity and non-economic activity. The basic difference, I am talking the basic difference between these two, economic and non-economic activities, is that under this economic activity, the prime objective is to earn income, money income. But non-economic activity, the objective is to get satisfaction. The primary objective is not to earn income under this non-economic activity. Here, the main objective is to get some satisfaction. मोर खुशी होची, आनंद होची कौन से कार्य करिवा पाई, किंतु उद्देश्य मोर लाभ उपार्जन नुहे. से जदि कौन से कार्य रे मु जोग दिए ताहाकु आमे नॉन इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी बोली कहिबा. उदाहरण स्वरूप घरे मां माने रोषेई करंती. They are not cooking foods to earn income, to earn profit. That is their duty to cook food for the members of the family. जने सेवक, जने सोशल एक्टिविटी समाज सेविका से जदि कौन से गोटे रोगी को साहाय्य करुची ताहले से जो साहाय्य को आमे नॉन इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी रे नबा, कारण तार उद्देश्य नॉट टू अर्न इनकम, नॉट टू अर्न प्रॉफिट. मु चाकरी को आई एम ए सर्विस होल्डर, आई एम रेंडरिंग सर्विसेस in form of teaching to the students of commerce to develop higher education. In return, I am getting salaries. That activity we can take under these economic activities, not under non-economic activity. So let us see the meaning of these two. Economic activities. Right, it includes production, exchange of goods and providing service such as transport, insurance, banking, warehousing, etc. So economic activities means it includes production. We have to produce, we have to manufacture the products, the items. In day-to-day life, my students, when we get up from the bed in the early morning, up to we go to sleep in the night, whatever items we use, whatever commodities, products we use, starting from toothbrush, everything is produced or manufactured by the industry, manufacturing industry, which the items, the products are being manufactured. So, it includes production, that means the activities which are concerned with the manufacturing production comes under this economic activities. And exchange of goods, the manufacturer produces goods, somebody as middleman has to procure and sends those goods to the ultimate consumers. With the consumers, suppose I need a pen, I want to purchase a pen, so I have to go to a shop where pen is available, and that trader, that business person procures or purchases this pen from the manufacturer through wholesaler. So, exchange of goods and providing service such as a transport, insurance, banking, warehousing, we will discuss later on. Transport facilities, this facility is an aid to trade, where the manufacturer manufactures the products. Unless it is transported to its destination, how the consumers will get? After globalization of the world, whatever product we need, we get it at our doorstep. A product which is manufactured in US, Brazil, Russia, France, Germany are available in our local area. How it is possible? Because of this transportation. Transportation media may be railway, may be bus, truck, road transport, may be air transport, may be water transport. So forms of various transports are there. Insurance, risk is there. While doing business, risk is there. Future is totally uncertain. भविष्यत उपरे कौनसी ग्यारंटी केही देई परिबे नाही. फ्यूचर इज टोटली अनसर्टन. किसी दैव दुर्विपाक घटना घटी पारे, मार्केट कंडीशन खराब हो जाई पारे, व्यवसायर भविष्यत उपरे केही ग्यारंटी देई परिबे नाही. माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, to recover the loss if any, insurance system is there. Once we get insured, that means any loss happens in the future, that loss is to be recovered by these insurance companies. Another thing is banking. What does it mean? Banking system is there to help as an aid to the business. Everything in this world, just now, the government of India advises everybody to perform transactions, monetary transactions digitally. So bank is there where the public, the customers deposit their hard-earned money as deposits because of safety, security, and in return they will get some interest also. And individual or business houses, in case of a need as capital, they borrow capital from the banks. So banking is the very important aid to the business houses. Warehousing also, after manufacturing the goods, those finished goods are to be stored in warehousing. Panyagara. Warehousing means panyagara, storeroom. After manufacture, the products are to be stored in warehousing. So all these things are aids to trade, and everything, every activity comes under this economic activities. Then come non-economic activities. See, do not have economic motive, primarily tend to satisfy social, religious, culture, sentimental requirements of human beings. Okay, dear students, see what does it say? Non-economic activities do not have economic motives. The activities, these activities do not have any economic activity, that means do not have any profit making attitude. Primarily tend to satisfy social requirements, religious requirements. Suppose in a local area some religious work is being performed. People gather there to get satisfaction by worshipping to their gods. Their intention is not to earn any profit. Sanskriti, culture, nritya, gita, ananda, to satisfy human being. ନିଜର କର୍ମ କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ କର୍ମ କରିସାରିବା ପରେ ସେଥିରୁ କିଛି ଲାଘବ ହେବା ପାଇଁ ମଣିଷ କିଛି ଆନନ୍ଦ ପ୍ରମୋଦର ବ୍ୟବସ୍ଥା କରେ। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ତାର ଯେଉଁ ଆକ୍ଟିଭିଟି ହୁଏ, ଇଣ୍ଟେନସନ୍ ଇଜ୍ ନଟ୍ ଟୁ ଗେଟ୍ ପ୍ରଫିଟ୍ ଅର୍ ଇନକମ୍ ବଟ୍ ଟୁ ସାଟିସ୍ଫାଏ ହିମସେଲ୍ଫ, ରିଲାକ୍ସ ହେବା ପାଇଁ। That is non-economic activities. Am I clear? Okay. Okay, students, see the characteristics of economic activities. Characteristics of economic activities. The nature, the characteristics of economic activities. Wealth producing activity. See, we are discussing about the characteristics of economic activities. The economic activities possess certain characteristics. Number one is your wealth producing activity. Under this point, the aim or objective of this activity is to earn profit. To earn profit. By earning profit, wealth is produced. From this wealth, many human wants are to be satisfied. इनकम माध्यम रे विभिन्न प्रकारर वेल्थ संपद सृष्टि हुए, जो संपद माध्यम रे मनुष्य तार विभिन्न प्रकार वांट सैटिस्फाई करे. नंबर टू, satisfying human wants. Satisfying human wants. These economic activities ultimately satisfy the human wants. Human wants are unlimited, my students. Human wants are always unlimited. There is no limitation. ତମମାନଙ୍କର ବାଇସାଇକେଲ ଚଲେଇ ନଥିଲ, ବାଇସାଇକେଲ ଚଲେଇଲ, ତାପରେ ଇଚ୍ଛା ହେଲା ଗୋଟେ ଟୁ ହ୍ୱିଲର ଚଲେଇବି, ଟୁ ହ୍ୱିଲର ଚଲେଇଲା ପରେ ପୁଣି ଇଚ୍ଛା ହେବ ଗୋଟେ ଫୋର ହ୍ୱିଲର କାର ଚଲେଇବା ପାଇଁ। ତେଣୁ ମଣିଷର ଆଶାର ସୀମା ନାହିଁ। Human wants are unlimited. So some activities are there by which the wants of human beings are to be satisfied under this economic activities, because through income we can purchase what we desire. Is not it? Next point is your money income. Money income. Economic activity. See, farmer cultivates in his field, agricultural field. He produces paddy, vegetables, etc. If he consumes, we along with the members of his family, he earns nothing. He consumes only for his living. But if he sells the surplus vegetables, surplus paddy to the market, in return he will get some money income. Get some money income. Through money, income as money can satisfy his human wants in other places. Number 4, developmental activities. Developmental activities. Developmental activities. What does it mean? My students, we should not think of ourselves only. As human being, we should think of us along with the society, the world as a whole. Unless the society is developed, unless the state or country is developed, unless the elements of living are balanced or controlled, as individual, if we are satisfied, what is the result? That's why economic activities plays a vital role for the development of the state, development of the country, as well as development of the world. So, whatever activities relating to development of a country or place is concerned, those activities we call it as economic activities. We call it as economic activities. Next, difference between economic and non-economic activities. Difference between economic and non-economic activities. Number 1, objective. Difference between economic and non-economic activities. Number one is your objective. Objective. What is the object of that particular activity? What we perform, what a man performs, what is the object of that activity? Suppose I want to purchase a pen. I have to go to this shop. My intention, my object is to purchase the pen from this shop. So, the objective of economic activity is to earn profit. The objective of economic activities is to earn profit, and the objective of non-economic activity is to get satisfaction. Number two, scope. As far as scope is concerned, what is the difference between these two, economic and non-economic activity? I am a salaried person. So, in case of salary, an employer is there, an employee is there. So, the relationship between two is employer and employee relationship. In that case, the economic activities are there. I am a salaried person. I perform my duty as teaching. I teach the students. The employer frames some rules which the employee has to obey, has to perform. But in case of non-economic activities, there is no employer-employee relationship. In case of non-economic activities, only the, suppose family members, among family members, the relationship, the activities, if any, that we count it as non-economic activities. Okay. Number three, money measurement. Money measurement. Money measurement. What does it mean? The economic activities can be measured in terms of money. What is the profit? How much is the profit? Whether that profit is earned or to be earned, 5,000 rupees profit, 10,000 rupees profit. So we can measure the profit in terms of money. But in case of non-economic activity, we cannot measure the activity in terms of money. Somebody renders service, social service. सब रास्ताରେ जाउचे दुर्घटना रे गोटे मनुष्य पड़िची, ताकू आमे डाक्तरखाना नहीं जीवा, सेई जो सेवा आमे ताकू जोगेइले साहाय्य कले, कैन यू मेजर इन टर्म्स ऑफ मनी? नेवर. आमे ताकू अर्थरे मापी परिबा नाही, केते टंकार सेवा देले. We can't measure in terms of money. So economic activities can be measured in terms of money, and non-economic activities cannot be measured in terms of money. Next point is expectation. Expectation. What do an activity expects? When a person performs some activity, what is his expectation? In case of economic activities, the expectation is income. If that activity is an economic activity, the expectation, the intention is to earn income. But in case of non-economic activity, it is mental satisfaction. मेंटल सैटिस्फैक्शन। तमें देखिब तुम घर पाखे किछि लोक विभिन्न प्रकार सेवामूलक कार्यक्रम हाथ को नियंती। उद्देश्य कौन? टू गेट सैटिस्फैक्शन, मेंटल सैटिस्फैक्शन। एथिरे से आनंद उपलब्धि करती। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, ड्यूरेशन। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज योर ड्यूरेशन। So, in case of economic activities, the duration is regular. But in case of non-economic activities, the duration is not regular. It is temporary, so to say, or in leisure time. That means when an employee is working under an employer, he has to perform his duties regularly. चाकरी करिछे माने सबुदिन काम करिबा को पड़िबो as prescribed by the employer. In case of economic activities, because intention is to earn income, the employer has to derive maximum works from the employee. But in case of non-economic activity, the duration is short and it may be at leisure time. Okay. Types of economic activities. Types of economic activities. Types of economic activities. Number one is your profession. Profession, right? A profession is an occupation which involves rendering of personal service of a specialized nature. Specialized nature. See, this is profession. A profession is an occupation which involves rendering of personal service of a specialized nature. Very important to know. Profession. The person has to render his personal service of a specialized nature. Everybody may not be a professional because it requires specialized knowledge. For an example, a doctor. He has the qualification of medical science. He has read medical science. He knows what are the systems of a disease, what are the parts of the human body, what are the functions of human body of different parts, how the disease is to be cured. Everything he knows because he completes a specialized course, that is MBBS and higher degrees. So he acts as profession. We call that service as profession. He has to render his personal service which is of a specialized nature. Similarly, you are the students of commerce. A specialized nature professional are chartered accountants. Chartered accountants, you should know. Chartered accountants, cost accountants, company secretary, advocates, advocates. So these persons does as professionals. They have some specialized knowledge, skill. They have some special knowledge, expertise in knowledge in a particular field. As in case of doctor, chartered accountant, cost accountant, company secretary, they know about the accounts and laws relating to business. Advocate, pleader, solicitor, he knows different aspects of laws prevailing in a country, so that he can able to manage, able to advocate, able to plead different cases in the court of law. But remember, as a professional, there are some professional bodies, and to become a professional, the person has to register in that professional bodies. Suppose the doctor, he has to be registered under Medical Council of India. These are the different professional bodies. Medical Council of India, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Institute of Cost and Management Accountants of India, Law Board of India. So these are different professional bodies. To become a lawyer, you should be a member of this Law Board of India. To be a doctor, you should be a member of Medical Council of India. To be a chartered accountant, you should be a member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So they have to obey the rules and regulations framed by these professional bodies, and if the body doesn't allow a member, he cannot work. He cannot work. He or she has to perform his or her work depending upon the membership of his professional body which he belongs. Next is your employment. Next is your employment. I am talking about types of economic activities. One is your profession, number one is your employment. Right? When a person undertakes to render personal service under an agreement of employment, he is said to be in service or employment. See, when a person undertakes to render personal service, in case of profession, that person has also to render his personal service, but that service is of a specialized nature. He should bear a specialized skill, expertise, knowledge in a particular field. But here what happens under employment? The person has to undertake to render personal service under an agreement of employment. He is said to be in service or employment. So here employer-employee relationship arises. The person who gives service, allows a person to work under him, is known as employer. The person who has been assigned some duties and responsibilities to perform is known as employee. Employee has to perform the assigned duties. In return, he will get some wages or salaries. This is economic activity. Certainly, no doubt, economic activities. So, here also the person has to render his personal service. Mark the difference. Profession and employment. Here only he renders his personal service under an agreement of employment. Agreement of employment means employer has to frame some rules, assign some duties to the employee, the person who is appointed as employee to perform, and in return he will get some, give some salaries. And third one is your business. 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 Types of economic activity we are discussing. Number one is your profession. Number two is your employment. Number three is your business. My dear students, business. What does it mean? Any activity which is concerned with production. Any activity, right? Any activity which is concerned with the production and exchange of goods and services with the objective of earning profit. Any activity which is concerned with the production and exchange of goods and services with the objective of earning profit. Important. Business. Any activity which is concerned with the production. I have already told you. Production, manufacture. You have to purchase raw materials. You have to process it. You have to organize the organization. You have to market the products. Then you will get some profit. So whatever activity related to production, that is business. But exchange of goods and services with the objective of earning profit. Exchange of services and goods. After production, after manufacture, the manufacturer has to sell the goods to the wholesaler. Wholesaler will sell the goods to the retailer. Retailer will sell the goods to the ultimate consumers, to us. We the consumers, we the customers, ଖାଉଟି, consumers means ଖାଉଟି. ଆମର ଦରକାର ହେଲା, ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯାହା ଦରକାର ସେ କିଣୁଛି. So ultimately the goods have to be transferred from the products producer or manufacturer to the consumers. This is all about your business. Entrepreneurs runs a factory. A trader sells a good. Example, business. Entrepreneur runs a factory. A trader sells goods. A banker lends money, etc., etc., etc. So, entrepreneur owns a factory. This is an activity. A trader sells goods. A banker lends money. Everything comes under this business. The intention is to earn profit. Banking, तम ज्ञात निमते कहीदे बैंकिंग बैंक जो खोलाई से गोटे बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Banks are also business organization. Along with the social service, they intend to earn profit. Otherwise, no banking organization exists. Okay? Business. Examples of business activities. Examples of business activities. Examples of business activities. Number one, industrial activities. Number two, trade activities. Number three, aids to trade. Examples of business activities. Examples of business activities. Industrial activities. Industrial, we will read it later on. What is the meaning of industry? For your information, activities carried on by the industries, industrial activities. They have to procure raw materials. जो जिनस तैयारी होजी धरा पेपर इज मेड ऑफ बांबोज. बांबो हला पेपर पाई की बाउंस, बाउंस हला पेपर पाई की रॉ मटेरियल. द इंडस्ट्रियल अंडरटेकिंग्स have to procure raw materials from different sources. They have to process it. They have to manufacture it so that final product, in our example paper, is to be manufactured, is to be produced. So whatever activities carried on by these industrial undertakings comes as business activities, known as business activities. We are discussing about examples. Trade activities. When a person starts a business organization, for your information, he has to select, he has to decide what type of business organization he will start. Whether it is a manufacturing organization or it is a trading organization. If he prefers to have a manufacturing organization, he has to manufacture the product. And if he decides to have this trading organization, that means he has to purchase the ready-made goods produced or manufactured by other industrial undertakings and sell the products to the consumers. He has not to manufacture, he has not to produce, he has to purchase the ready-made goods and ultimately sell the goods to the consumers. That's the trading organization. So, trading activities means purchase of ready-made goods and selling to the customers. Whatever activities in between comes, all these come under this business activities. And aids to trade, very important. I have told you a number of aids are there which help to the trade. Otherwise, trading organization, trade cannot exist without the help of aids to trade. What are those? I have told you, banking, warehousing, insurance, transport, communication, etc., etc. So these are various aids. Without the help of these aids, no trading organization exists. It helps the utility. It helps the utility in forms of different utilities to the business. So whatever activities coming under these comes under business activities. Next comes characteristics of business or nature of business. Characteristic of business. Otherwise known as nature of a business. Characteristics of business or nature of a business. Number one, creation of utilities. Creation of utilities. Creation of utilities. See, utilities. Whatever product we desire, मु कलमटे दरकार होची काहेकि ना मु लेखिबा पई चाहूची, चश्माटा मु काहे पिंधुची मो देखिया सुविधा होची। तेणु जेकोसी जिनिस गोटे मनीष आवश्यक करे से जिनिसर किछि आवश्यकता तार थाए, ता द्वारा से किछि उपकृत हुए, सेथिपाई से जिनिस किनि थाए। That utility he derives from the product which he desires. आवश्यकतार जहा होची से सही पदार्थ द्रव्य रु पाउची। So business creates different utilities. What does it mean? See, utilities are of various types. Form utility, आमे कोटे जिनिस को आवश्यकता भली ताकू पाइबा दरकार। कलम खाली जदि काली हबो आमे लिखि परिबा, खाली काली जदि हमकु दिया जिवो आमे लिखि परिबा नहीं। So the utility we derive from this pen by which we can write through ink. That is the form utility which business gives us. Place utility. What does it mean? I have already told you, whatever product we want, that product is available at the doorstep. A product may be manufactured in America Russia, France, Germany. But if we require, we get it at our doorstep. That means place utility. That product is being manufactured in US, but we get it in Odisha. How it is possible? Because of this business that helps the place utility. It is manufactured in US, but we get it in Odisha. That is place utility. Then time utility. Time utility. That means whenever a product is produced that may not be consumed fully, धर कोबी वर्षर सबुबले उत्पादन हेउ नाही, किंतु वर्ष सारा आमे कोबी मार्केट रे पाउछंती. हाउ इज इट पॉसिबल? गोटे समय रे सीजनल प्रोडक्ट्स, सीजनल एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्ट्स. सो जिते प्रोडक्शन हैला ताकू विभिन्न माध्यम रे कोल्ड स्टोरेज रे रखी दिया गला. जिते प्रोडक्शन हेउ नाही सेठू आनी ताकू व्यवहार करा जाउछि. माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, सो बिजनेस हेल्प्स क्रिएट्स टाइम यूटिलिटी. बिजनेस creates time utility also. Then number 2 point, goods and services. Goods and services. Characteristics of business we are discussing. Number 1 is your creation of utilities. Number 2, goods and services. The business produces goods and services. Business manufacture goods and render different various types of services. Goods, we can classify the goods into different types. One is your producer goods. Producers goods. What does it mean? Producers goods. Some organization, manufacturing organizations are there which manufacture, which produce certain goods which are again reutilized to produce other products. Suppose plant and machinery. Example, plant and machinery, equipments. Example. So some manufacturing organization that manufactures, that produces plant and machinery which is utilized to produce other products. So these are known as producers goods. Am I clear? Next, one is your consumer goods. Consumers goods. Producers goods, your building. Consumer goods, that means some goods are there which are being consumed by the consumers. Consumed by the consumers. मु कलम टे किनली व्यवहार करिया पाए. ए कलम द्वारा आउ किछि उत्पादन हेई परिबो नाही. तो consumers goods, example is your food, furniture, clothes, okay, consumer goods, foods, furniture, clothes. After production, after manufacture, these items, these goods are being used by the consumers directly. So we can classify the goods into producer goods and consumer goods. And regarding services, banking, insurance, insurance, transport, warehousing, like this. So, a number of services are there which we can call aids to trade. All these things are coming under this business, goods and the services. Business deals these type of items, goods and the services. Number 3, continuity in continuity in dealings. Continuity in dealings. What does it mean? We are discussing about the characteristics of business. In case of business, the dealings should be in continuing form. Suppose a furniture seller sells goods, that is furniture, in a continuing system. Intention is to earn profit. We call that as business. But suppose we sell the old furniture in our house to replace it with a new one. Though we get some profit, but we can't call this as business, because we sell once. It is not continuing. So, continuity is a very, very important aspect of business. Continuity in dealing. Okay? Next point is your sale, transfer and exchange. Sale, transfer and exchange. Under this business, some goods are to be sold, some goods are to be transferred, some goods are to be exchanged. These terms, sale, transfer and exchange, should be there. The activities which are involved in exchange of goods, transfer of goods, sale of goods, they constitute activities under business. So, this is one of the important characteristics of business. Important characteristics of business. Number 5, profit motive. Profit motive. Profit motive. So, the important characteristics of business is your profit motive. My dear students, unless the organization earns profit, why the entrepreneur, why the owner works hard? What is the intention? Why? That is the only objective, only motive to earn profit. Profit is being utilized for so many causes. Profit is to be derived, earned, and that amount is to be utilized under different heads for different purposes. Unless the organization earns profit, nothing could be done. The owner wants more money for his personal cause. The investors who invest their hard-earned money, they need more rate of interest, return on investment, ROI. The employees of the organization they regularly are interested to hike their salaries, enhance their salaries, because they work for their dedication, their harder work, the organization earns profit, so they claim they should be given more and more salary. Everybody, and for the expansion purpose, for the diversification purpose, money is required, profit is required. So profit should be the prime objective of any business. Unless the organization earns profit, nothing could be done. No business organization can run, no business organization can expand, or diversification may take place. So, profit motive is the intention of the organization, business organization, and everybody, along with the management, the stakeholders should try their level best to achieve more and more profit. To achieve more and more profit. Okay? Thank you. Thank you.